Today's episode of Desertwood Days with Kathy Blaze is sponsored by Dork Publishing, expanding minds through fantasy since 2018. Learn more at the Dork Publishing website, www.dorcpublishing.com.
Welcome back to Desertwood Days, and I'm your host, Kathy Blaze. We have a phenomenal guest for you today. She's a bad mama jamma, and she is an entertainer. Let's welcome Angela Rivera. Hello.
Hi.
You know what? I had to add that bad, but I couldn't use the other part, so I had to call you a bad mama jamma.
That's all right. That's all right.
So, Miss Angela, I love that pink.
Thank you very much.
So pretty in you. So, I see you out there on TikTok, Instagram, all out there, spreading your content out there. You're hilarious.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Where did that come from? Have you always been an entertainer in your own right?
Always. Since I could pick up a hairbrush or any item to sing into, dance, be a ham. I remember putting on concerts for the neighbors, getting my sister and the other little neighbor kids together, and we would put on shows to make people laugh or pretend we were famous singers. And I have always loved entertaining people and making them smile and laugh.
That is awesome. And every time I look on social media, that's what you do for me. You make me smile and laugh because I enjoy what you do.
Oh, thank you.
Don't you guys just love the hair? I love the hair, too. I do.
Yeah, I live for big hair, always. This isn't just for today. It's not for people. I'm a bartender, and people, is this for, work? It's every day.
It's every
I
day.
love big hair. Ever since I could pick up a comb and tease it and hairspray, that's my thing.
You said you're a bartender.
Yes, ma'am.
So how did you get into that industry?
I actually started working at a bar as a waitress. I was 21 years old and never really thought any more about it. I was just a waitress, and before I know it, they needed a bartender. And I had been watching how the girls do it and such, and the older ladies kind of took me under their wing, and they just started teaching me everything. And before I knew it, I loved it, because to me, being behind the bar is like being on stage. It is. It's a show for me. People come from far and wide to listen to my slick mouth and my banter that I have, my witty sense of humor, and I make a phenomenal cocktail, I must say.
Okay. I'm going to have to come check it
Yes,
out.
absolutely.
So that is what you're known for, that bartender with the slick mouth, that comedic style.
Yes.
All-out entertainer.
Yes.
But you know what? That is what people go to places like that and they're looking for.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you have people that are here from out of town working and they just need a little bit of fun. So they go there and they meet the nice Angela and she's entertaining them. Or you have regulars, I'm sure. A lot of regulars that come just there to see you and talk to you.
Yes,
Get
definitely.
a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we all do. We're entertaining someone in some way. We may not realize it, but we are.
Absolutely. And they always say that bartenders were glorified therapists, if you will. We just don't have the degree. And I agree with that. And so I love, you can tell when someone comes in and sits down and maybe they're sad or they've had a bad day. And I'm also a very good listener. It doesn't always have to be funny or a smart mouth. I have a very good heart. But I love to make that person feel good. By the time they leave, they're laughing, they're smiling, and I guarantee you'll never forget sitting at my bar. That's for sure, after you come sit and have a drink with me.
That is awesome. What is it that you enjoy about being, I'm going to say, a bartender and entertaining? What do you get out of that?
I love making people smile and laugh and feel happy. Even, like I said, even if they're having the worst day, to make them forget about it, even just for a while. I mean, we've all been there. We've all had bad days, and you're scrolling through TikTok or some other social media, and you see something that it makes you laugh, and you just forget about life's problems for a while. And life is too short, and we all have problems, and there's so much chaos going on in the world. So if I can enlighten someone's life, even just for a few seconds with a funny video and make them happy, then that fills my heart with joy.
That is awesome. So you're not officially doing this professionally as far as being an entertainer, or are you?
Well, bartending is my full-time gig. I'm not famous quite yet where I can give that up.
You may be famous to some out there.
Exactly. That's very true. But I am working on it. I have teamed up with some great people. Funny Bruja, Olga Godoy, the female comedian, and we started making content together. We're several months into it, and we have all sorts of characters and skits and things lined up. And so that is our goal, is to take this, to the very, very top and, to really get our faces out there and to be famous.
Okay. And you know what? I'm not letting you forget anything, because you're also known as the trophy wife.
Yes,
also.
ma'am.
And are we allowed to talk a little bit about
Sure,
that?
absolutely.
Okay. One of our guests that was here also in season 2, Mr. Adam, that is I don't want to blank.
Adam Hadlock, yes.
Adam Hadlock. Forgive me, Adam. I know your name. That's your fiance, right?
Well, we are not engaged.
Okay.
We are not, but I do use the trophy wife,
Yes.
if you will. I have not been married and never been married. Not saying that I won't. We're just
Right.
not there yet.
Well, I don't touch the nerve. I don't call the man.
No, not at all. No, not at all. He does. He calls me the trophy wife, and a lot of
Yes.
people do, even though I'm not,
Right.
The standard of a trophy wife, usually when you hear that, what does one person think? It is a woman that you're basically to stand there and look good, and the man just lavishes you, and he's got to have a lot of money, and you're a trophy. You're just an object. You just look good. That's what you do. Okay, well, that sounds great, but I'm the 2022 version. You can be any size, any shape, any color. Yes, absolutely, you stand by your man. You support him. You're there for him, and he does the same for you. It's a mutual role. But it has absolutely nothing to do with a man lavishing you with money and gifts, because we're independent women, and we do that all on our own.
Right.
We don't need men for money or for things like that. It's just we're a prize.
Right.
We are a trophy because we're just good women. And yes, we like to look nice, but that's not what it's all about.
Well, she got me straight on that, didn't she? The reason why I wanted to bring that up is that Adam is also, he's a comedian that was on our show this season, also an amazing guy. And I know I've seen you out, and you guys all work together, and I've seen you were hosting and assisting at shows. So there is so much that you're doing as this one person. You're that bartender that's entertaining. You're creating content, and you're out there working and being funny and entertaining. So there's so much that you're doing out there, and there's so much. That's so much more that you will be doing, I'm sure of it.
Absolutely. Even though I do have extremely large hair, I wear many hats. I do many things, and I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a jack of all trades, as my mother says, and I love the challenge, and I love supporting. That's a big thing, since I've met Adam and got to see behind the scenes of this industry and watch him go on stage and get to know other comedians personally on a personal level and watch them on stage off and on. I've really learned that a lot of people don't support each other like they should in the industry. So we're really trying to make a positive impact on that.
That's good. So you've seen your friends and fellow artists out there performing on stages. They're there. Even though we're supporting, but they're out there doing it on their own. Do you see yourself doing that?
I do. I absolutely do. Everyone has been asking me to get up on stage and do comedy. I've always wanted to since I was a little girl. Like I said, I've known for that very quick-witted banter and a slick mouth, and I have a very different, what's the word? I guess dirty and unusual sense of humor. And so I absolutely would love to get on stage. It's just getting the nerve to get up there. I will get there very shortly.
In your own time.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I definitely see myself on stage, selling out amphitheaters, doing like Lisa Lampanelli is one of my favorites. She's old school, but, something like that.
Yeah. How do you describe your style?
Like, you mean like my physical style,
Is there someone that, you know how we have certain people maybe that inspired us, and we try to exude that same beauty that person has? Is there someone that inspired your look?
No one real specific. I've always loved the pinup look, pinup ladies. They're very bodacious babes, you know.
Right.
And I'm all about body positivity and embracing yourself.
That's why you're my girl.
Yes. Be a bodacious babe. You can be any size you want to be and just embrace it and love yourself. And we are all beautiful. All of us, men and women. I'm Team Dad Bod. You'll see a lot of my TikToks. I do, in referring for my love for Dad Bods.
Yeah.
I love a meaty man. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
You know. That's right. So, Angela, you know what? I forgot to ask you, are you a native of Arizona?
I am not.
No, where are you from?
Originally born and raised in Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a cheesehead.
Okay, coolio. And how long have you been here in Arizona?
Oh, it's been a minute. We at least 22 years, I believe.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, I've been here a while, yeah.
Yes. And what is it that keeps you here in Arizona? I always wonder that question. I used to ask, why do people even come here? I mean, because I'm a native, but I love my state, don't get me wrong. But what is it that keeps you here?
Probably my family is my mom and stepdad and sister live here.
Okay.
So other than that, I probably would leave because this state to me is horrible. I don't like to sweat. I don't like to be hot. I lug all this hair around and all the makeup and the zhuzh and eyelashes melting off. It is not fun for me in Arizona. But I could never, I would never want to leave my family. So here we are.
Yes, you better act like you like it here, girl.
I know. Yay, Arizona.
You know what? I just heard a little secret from a birdie that you love karaoke.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Oh, my goodness. What's one of your favorite songs?
Oh, probably I like to do a little Janis Joplin, me and Bobby McGee. Holding Out for a Hero is another one. Dolly Parton, I'm known for Dolly Parton. I do a lot of her.
Now see with the big hair now, I can see Dolly.
Kind of fits, you know, yes. But I'm all over the map. I do from old stuff to country. I worked at a country bar for 15 years.
Okay.
Never really was a huge country fan, except for Dolly growing up. My dad loved Dolly and Dwight Yoakam, so I did love them. But working at the country bar, you kind of adapt to your surroundings, and we did karaoke 5 nights a week. So after hearing all these songs, I just started learning them, and now I do a lot of country.
Okay. So how did you get into the comedic community? How did that happen?
Well, it first started when I met Adam Hadlock, the Meaty Stallion, my other half.
Okay.
Because that's what he was an up-and-coming comedian. He had really just started in the comedy world when I met him and we got together.
Okay.
And so through being with him, that's how I ended up meeting all the other comedians and started going to all the shows around the valley. Now, I had been to comedy shows before, obviously, and I watch stand-up all day long at home. That's all that's on the TV. And in fact, for Adam being a comedian, he doesn't like to watch stand-up. I love it. I watch it all day long. I laugh and watch everybody that's out there. So that's how I really got into knowing the scene here in Arizona was through him. He would get booked for shows. Of course, I would go. And then we would start talking to the comedians that were his friends after and such, and then started following all of them on social media. And I cannot believe the talent that is out here in Arizona.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes,
we have some heavy hitters here in Arizona.
We do. I totally agree. We've had quite a few on our show here, season 1 and season 2. And I know you know a few of them, but we've had some.
Yes.
I love comedians too. I have a lot of comedian friends also. Adam's my friend too.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
But that is awesome. The comedic world and being in the bartending business and that, all that goes together. So as far as you being in that industry, does that help with you maybe networking and getting gigs at other restaurants or bars or anything? Are you able to utilize that in some way?
Absolutely. Just being out there in the community and people visiting my bar or going to other comedy shows. I have been asked by a few venues and a few promoters, hey, come be on the show. Like I said, I have to get the nerve to do it.
Right.
That's all it is.
You will, in your own time.
It's an overwhelming fear, to be real, to get up there, like I was telling Adam, and you go up there and you have all these eyes staring at you and not one person laughs. That would, to me, to anyone's like worst nightmare as you're on stage. And so that's what plays in my head, which I'm pretty positive that would not happen. But you never know. Everybody bombs and everybody has a bad day. And I've seen it happen live, and my heart broke for that.
You know what? You ain't going to have it because you have one out there going, yeah, that's my
baby. That's true. That is true. You're right. You're right. And my mom, too, and everyone, you know. But
I just realized my camera guy, sound guy's going to kill me because I was
no.
But no, you'll have one or two out there. I mean, that's not going to happen. You know what? I like to know, what was the young Angela like?
Well, if you ask my mom, she would probably tell you something different. I was always a very loud child, always running here and there, always wanting attention by doing something silly or funny to, you know, make people laugh, if you will. I was always in trouble and being grounded for playing pranks, you know, to my sister or annoying my sister or whatever it may be. But I was just the same, just without the makeup, eyelashes, and the big hair quite yet. I was definitely a very vivacious, rambunctious child.
So you are in the right industry. You're where you're where you're supposed to be.
Absolutely. My parents bought me my first karaoke machine, I want to say when I was 9 years old. To me, that was the best money they ever spent. To my sister, the worst money they ever spent.
So she had to hear you.
Oh, the microphone. I would just be narrating all day's events. You know, oh, and there goes Mom to the kitchen. And I loved hearing myself on a microphone, singing. I remember singing Whitney Houston's The Greatest Love of All was the tape that came with the karaoke machine. Oh, if I didn't belt that out at the top of my lungs every day, all day for years, I'll never forget that. So yeah, I just always was doing something, singing or dancing or laughing.
So has sister come to one of your karaoke nights with you?
Oh, yeah. We actually used to karaoke quite frequently together. Okay. Now her schedule's a little different with her working in the nursing field. So she does come out when she can, and sister sings too. Okay. And so, yeah, we would do duets together and have a lot of fun. And we're night and day, but we're the same. She has the big hair like me, but other than that, we're totally opposite. But, yeah, she does the karaoke too.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Famous, with my name in lights.
Okay.
On the big screen. I've always wanted to be in movies too. That's been, since I was before anything else, I always said, I'm going to be in a movie someday. I'm going to be a movie star. So that would definitely, I really would like to be an influencer. Like in 5 years, I would like my face, my name, and my personality be known worldwide, but in a positive way. For teaching body positivity to men and to women at any age, because we definitely do not do that these days. Sadly, with social media, everyone feels they have to look a certain way and be a certain weight, and it breaks my heart, these young teen girls and boys, what they go through feeling that they are not.
Well, you know what? Not even young people, old people too are the same way.
Absolutely.
Because media, social media, magazines, everything has told us all these years what we're supposed to look like.
Yes.
What they think we're supposed to look like.
Absolutely.
So if we don't look like that, something's wrong with us.
Yes.
Yeah, so no, I can see that. So, having the big hair, I have to ask this question. How do you keep it big?
Just and it's all real. Just because I know I get asked on a daily, is that a wig? Which, first of all, I don't know why you would ever ask someone that. But anyway,
right? It ain't none of your business.
So my answer to that is, it's 120 degrees out. Trust me, if it was fake, I would take it right off because it's hot to love this around. So it is 100% real, and just a lot of back combing, teasing, and a lot of hairspray. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, honey, I can tell you this is a wig, but it's real, too.
Oh, exactly, and it's gorgeous.
Thank you. It was such a pleasure to have you here today. Where can our audience find you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Trophy Wife Angela, all one word, or TikTok, smitten_kitten 18, smitten_kitten 81 on TikTok.
I have one question I want to ask you. What advice would you give to that mature woman that wants to do what you're doing and she thinks she can't?
That you absolutely can. That you need to believe in yourself, and anything is possible. Reach for the stars. Don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do that, you're too old, or you're too whatever it may be. Don't ever take no for an answer. Just believe in yourself, because all of us have what it takes to do whatever it is that we're seeking out to do. The sky is the limit, and just reach for the stars.
That's awesome. Thank you. It was such a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome. And thank you for joining us here today on Desertwood Days, and we'll catch you next time.